with the common objective of further integrating African countries into the global economy, the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa, BADEA, and the United Nations Institute for Training and Research, UNITAR, joined efforts to undertake a 2-week workshop for Lusophone African countries on finance and investment. The target audience of the event were authorities that work directly with the management of the national finances and the regulation of the business environment in the 5 Lusophone African countries: Cape Verde, Guinea-Bissau, São Tomé and Príncipe, Angola, and Mozambique. This workshop was held in Maputo, Mozambique in September 2014 and represents the 3rd session under the BADEA UNITAR Technical Assistance Agreement. The Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Finance of Mozambique, Dr. Paulo Bernardo Manique, formally opened the event, which was directed by the Senior Investment and Trade Expert, Professor Osvaldo Agatiello.
During the 2nd week of September, we organized a workshop for the Lusophone countries in Mozambique. There were a number of participants, mostly from finance ministries and central banks of the participating countries. The objectives were, number 1, to concentrate in the needs and prospects of finance and development in Africa, especially in what concerns the Lusophone countries. Second, how to fill the gap between actual needs, current needs, and the availability of funds, especially for infrastructure development in Africa.
My name is Commom. I'm a Deputy Director of Treasury in the Ministry of Finance of Mozambique. I consider this workshop a very important step in the cooperation between BADEA, UNITAR and Mozambique. As you know, we have a good relationship with BADEA, with a very successful portfolio of projects and programs in Mozambique since 1975, and Mozambique also has a member of United Nations. We see the importance of cooperating with UNITAR in this field of training.
It was most important because in the Ministry of Planning and Development we have Directorate of Investment and Cooperation, which deals with bilateral and multilateral treatments for the government, and the workshop will improve my skills on the design of bilateral treatment. So for all these things I want to first thank the UNITAR and the BADEA to organize a workshop in Portuguese first of all, and also to organize this workshop here in Maputo in Mozambique.
This workshop, it is very useful in my work because we spoke about mainly issues concerning to finance. We learn about how to facilitate investment and how to do strategic partnerships. I want to say many thanks for the opportunity about UNITAR and about BADEA to sponsor this workshop. Thank you very much.
I'm Sally Fegan-Wiles, the Executive Director of UNITAR. UNITAR brings not only our expertise in training and learning methodology, but also our very long experience in doing training in trade, finance and investment. And we complement this with the most up-to-date best practices gained through external resource specialists.
We have a wonderful partnership with BADEA, which in 2014 has resulted in 3 training workshops in the area of investment promotion, and private sector development. One, focusing on English-speaking colleagues in Africa, was based in Kenya. One for Francophone Africans was held in Senegal. And the most recent, for Portuguese-speaking Africans, was held in Mozambique. The feedback from the participants has been very positive, and we look forward to having a continued partnership with BADEA going forward.
The analysis of matters relating to finance and development are basically divided into three categories: trade, finance, and investment. All three areas are very tightly knit together, and they must be understood in a progressive fashion. That's why our program was organized in such a manner to understand that all these areas respond to certain rules and certain procedures and certain modalities that need to be understood.
The key achievements for the participants during this workshop included outlining the economic prospects for Portuguese-speaking African countries in a globalized environment, acquiring tools and methodologies to analyze finance and investment issues, understanding the interlinkages between trade, finance, and investment, and developing strategies to organize investment in a responsible and sustainable manner.
Our training can be so useful for our work in our country, so that when we arrive in our country, so we can share with our colleagues from our work, and then it's so very, very important for us. So thank you very much to giving us this great opportunity to learn about many things, helping our country how they can develop. So thank you very much.